Chosen one, stop scrolling. What you are about to hear is not just a message. It is a divine instruction issued directly from the heavenly throne. This is urgent. If you are watching this now, it is not by accident. God has led you here. He has something to say to you, and it is crucial for the next season of your life. God said, do not react. Remain silent. Close your mouth, not because you are weak, but because your miracle is closer than you think. The enemy is trying to bait you. People are seeking to provoke you. But listen carefully, your reaction could delay your reward. This silence is not a punishment, it is a preparation. God is asking you to stay still, not for a negative reason, but because your life is about to change in a way that will silence every critic, every liar, and every voice that has risen against you. Now is not the time to retaliate. Now is not the time to explain yourself. God said, be still and watch me work. Your silence is a weapon. Your stillness is your strategy. Your obedience in this very moment will unlock the breakthrough you have prayed for. Before going further into this prophetic revelation, do 3 things. Pause the video. Click the like button to share this message with other chosen ones. Subscribe to join a growing community of spiritual warriors and leave the number 99 in the comments, for this number carries a divine alignment. Today, heaven aligns with your obedience. If you are truly chosen, your spirit already knows this message is for you. Watch until the end, because what comes next could be the most important instruction of your life. There are moments in life when silence speaks louder than words. And now this is one of those divine moments. God is giving a sacred instruction to his chosen ones. Be silent, not out of fear, not out of defeat, but because silence is your shield. In this season of transformation, heaven is preparing something monumental, something your mind cannot yet conceive. And to protect it, God is asking you to quiet your voice. In the noise of life, we often think we must explain ourselves, defend our actions, or answer our critics. But God says, no, not this time. This silence is not a punishment, it is a strategy. Your silence is a spiritual weapon. It is a wall of protection around your breakthrough. The world may misinterpret your calm, but heaven knows you are simply making room for the miraculous. Let them talk, let them assume. You are not obligated to answer every doubt or confront every attack, because what is coming for you will answer everything. God says, if you remain silent now, I will speak for you later. And when I speak, no one will question what I have done in your life. This moment is sacred. It is a spiritual crossroads where God is aligning heaven with your destiny. And in this alignment, he needs your total attention without interruption, without distraction, without disturbance. When you remain silent, you create a space for divine clarity. This silence allows you to cut off the world's noise and connect to God's voice. Have you ever missed something important simply because you were too distracted? This is what God is trying to prevent. By asking for your silence, he is protecting you from distractions that could derail your destiny. He is silencing the external chaos so you can hear the whisper of his will. What is coming is not ordinary, so your posture must reflect that. Still, humble and attentive, you do not need to understand everything to obey. Sometimes faith means staying silent when everything in you wants to speak. This is that kind of faith. Trusting God means trusting his timing. And right now, he is telling you, I am about to act. Do not speak, just watch. Your miracle is fragile right now, not because it is weak, but because it is sacred. And sacred things must be protected. In this instant, your silence is not just obedience, it is a spiritual safeguard. Think of a candle being carried through a storm. One wrong move could extinguish it. But if you protect it, if you nurture it and keep it in silence, it will light your entire path. Many people speak too soon and scare away their miracles. They announce things too early. They argue when they should observe. They explain themselves to people who are not meant to understand their journey. God tells you, do not be like them. Let me work in the silence to reveal you in power. Protect your promise like a mother protects her unborn child. Not everyone needs to know what is growing inside you. Not everyone will understand it, and they are not supposed to. Let your silence carry what your words cannot explain, for what God is doing is beyond explanation. It is divine. Reactions are emotional, impulsive, and often regrettable. But responses, healthy and deliberate silence, are acts of trust. Right now, God is not only asking you to be silent, he is testing your heart. Can you trust him enough to stay silent when everything in you wants to answer? When people push your buttons or when life seems unfair, will you react or rest in Him? Patience is not passive. It is active faith. It is choosing to believe that God is working even when you see nothing change. Just as gold is tested in the fire, the chosen are tested in silence. You are not being ignored. You are being refined. And if you can master your emotions, you will pass the test and enter into your testimony. Remember, the enemy does not need to destroy you. He just needs you to react poorly. One outburst, one emotional slip, one harsh word could delay what heaven is preparing. But your patience, your silent surrender says, God, I trust you more than my feelings. God's opportunities often come without warning. They do not always arrive with fanfare or flashing lights. Sometimes they come in whispers in moments of quiet. And that is why silence is so powerful. It positions you to notice what others overlook. When you are silent, you are sensitive. When you are sensitive, you are ready. Doors are about to open, but only those who listen, not those who talk, will be able to walk through them. When you talk too much, when you explain, defend, or share excessively, you risk talking yourself out of divine favor. There is a reason why Jesus often withdrew into silence before major moments. He knew the weight of what was coming required peace, not popularity. Your silence is your spiritual radar. It keeps you alert. You will not miss what belongs to you because you will be present, aware, and anchored. So do not be discouraged in this silent season. It is not empty. It is full of expectancy. God is about to place something in your hands, and you will need both hands free, not filled with words, explanations, or arguments. Words are powerful. They create, they shape, they transform atmospheres. But when spoken out of season, words can also destroy. God is warning His chosen ones. Your own mouth can become the obstacle between you and your breakthrough. This is not the time to vent, to argue, or to try to prove anything to anyone. It is the time to let God prove Himself through your silence. You do not have to curse your future to lose it. You just need to speak too soon, share with the wrong person, or let your emotions speak when your spirit should be leading. The tongue is a small thing, yet it holds the power of life and death. You may not realize it, but one frustrated word, one emotional outburst could change everything. Do not let your desire to be heard cost you your harvest. God is asking you to sow silence now to reap favor later. Speak life over yourself in private, but in public, especially under pressure, remain silent. Let the results speak for you. Let your elevation be your explanation. Your blessing is at stake and silence is the price. A miracle is a sacred thing. It does not need to be displayed or defended. It must be protected like a seed buried in the soil. Your miracle needs to be sheltered from outside forces until it is ready to emerge. And God tells you, stillness is your protection. The less you speak, the more I can act. Think of the silence of a mother's womb. Growth happens in quiet. Development occurs in the invisible. Just because nothing is visible does not mean nothing is happening. It is the same with your spiritual miracle. God is doing a deep divine work in you and it requires quiet. Do not interrupt the process with noise. You are on holy ground. Your future is being shaped right now in the silence. Every time you choose stillness over reaction, you align with heaven. You tell God, I trust the process, and He sees that this silence is not empty. It is full of faith, and your faith builds a wall around your miracle that no demon in hell can touch. Some blessings come with conditions, and one of those conditions is timing. Many miss divine doors simply because they speak too soon. They disclose the details of what God is doing before the time. And in doing so, they invite delay, doubt, even sabotage. Your silence is not about secrecy. It is about spiritual wisdom. Look at Joseph in the Bible. When he shared his dreams too early, it triggered jealousy and betrayal from his own brothers. The dream was not wrong, but the timing of the words was. Your opportunity is like a young sprout breaking through the soil. It needs light, not feet trampling it. And if you speak before the root is strong, others can crush what God is growing. Do not be so eager to be understood that you end up being undermined. Your miracle does not need validation, it needs cultivation. And that cultivation happens in silence. When the opportunity comes, you will know. And it will be so obvious, so divine, that you will not have to say a word. It will speak for itself. The world may interpret your silence as weakness. Let them, for heaven sees it as strength, wisdom, and preparation. When you choose to be silent, you are not giving up. You are preparing. God is preparing you for a level of greatness that your current environment cannot comprehend. Think of a warrior before battle. He does not shout. He focuses, he breathes, he waits for the right moment. This is what your silence does. It prepares your heart, refines your vision, strengthens your endurance. You are not hiding. You are being hidden by God until the right time. And when He reveals you, it will be powerful. The strongest are not the loudest. They are the most disciplined. And discipline distinguishes the chosen. You are in the midst of a divine setup. Silence is the space where God fills you with what you will need for the next season. Let others talk. You stay focused. Greatness demands silence before the spotlight. This is not for everyone. Not everyone will understand this call. But you are not everyone. You are chosen, and the chosen must walk differently. You are called to wait in a way others will not understand. Your silence is not just an order. It is a mark of your selection. It is proof that God has set you apart. Listening is a lost art in a noisy world. But for the chosen, listening is everything. This is your moment to lean into the quiet and hear what others cannot. God whispers strategies, ideas, and directions, but only those who are silent can catch the whisper. He does not shout. He tests who is paying attention. Wait in silence. Wait with expectation. Do not rush the process because it is quiet. Do not panic because it is slow. Silence is not a delay. It is a design. God is building something eternal in you. And when it is time to move, you will move with such clarity, such boldness, and such power that everyone will know you were listening while He was speaking. You owe no one an explanation for your silence. The pressure to speak, to react, to defend yourself does not come from God. It comes from people who do not understand what God is doing in your life right now. Trying to meet the expectations of others can cancel God's invitation. This is not the season to please people. It is the season to honor God. You are not silent to appear humble or passive. You are silent because you are walking in obedience. There is a weight on your life that others do not see. A destiny that cannot be fulfilled while distracted. People may accuse you of being distant, cold, or arrogant. But remember, even Jesus withdrew from the crowd to fulfill His purpose. When your miracle finally manifests, the same people who questioned your silence will be speechless before your success. Let that be your answer. Let the fruit of your faith speak. God is not calling you to be popular right now. He is calling you to be positioned. And positioning often requires staying still while everyone else is moving. Criticism is loud. It is invasive. It is meant to provoke. But you are not here to play defense. You are here to walk into your destiny. The enemy would love for you to waste your energy answering every insult or proving your worth to every skeptic. But you do not fight fire with fire. You fight fire with focus. There is an unmatched power in a calm spirit. When you do not respond to chaos, it loses its grip. Your silence in the face of criticism is not weakness. It is wisdom. You choose not to lower yourself to your critic's level. You choose elevation over irritation. This is spiritual maturity. This is how champions think. God sees the injustice. He sees what they said. He knows what they did. And He is not asking you to fix it. He is asking you to trust Him to vindicate you. Your response could rob Him of that chance. So hold your tongue, lift your eyes, and let your silence be the seed of your vindication. They will see what God does next. The wait is almost over. This ache in your spirit, this feeling that something is shifting, it is not in your head. It is the signal from heaven. You are on the verge of something that will change your life. And your silence is your final act of trust before the promise arrives. Do not give up now. Your miracle is closer than you think. God is not revealing the entire plan because He wants you to rest in Him, not in the outcome. You have done the work. You have walked in faith, and now your silence is sealing what God has set in motion. Just as the walls of Jericho fell only after silence and obedience, your breakthrough will come when you have completed this final step of faith. Hold on, breathe, trust. The divine delay was not a refusal. It was a design. God has aligned every detail behind the scenes. What looks like silence from heaven is actually a strategy. And when the time comes, everything will happen suddenly. You will look back on this silent season and say, it was worth it. God's plan for your life is not chaotic. It is deliberate, intentional, and perfectly timed. But to align with it, you must release the need to control every moment and comment on every situation. Silence aligns you. It soothes your heart, calms your soul, and makes room for divine downloads that only come in the quiet. If you are always talking, always reacting, always explaining, how can you hear? How can you receive? Silence makes you a receptacle, an empty space that God can fill. Think of Moses before the burning bush. He did not interrupt. He listened. This is what this season demands of you, holy listening. The noise of the world is designed to pull you away from your mission, but silence keeps you tethered to your Father's voice. He is not only asking you to stop talking, He is asking you to align your soul with His. When you quiet yourself, heaven opens, revelation flows, clarity comes, and your next step becomes obvious. Not because you forced it, but because you aligned with Him. This silence is not eternal. It has a purpose, and that purpose is this. God is preparing to elevate you. When He does, it will not be because you shouted your way to the top or argued your way into your place. It will be because you trusted Him in the silence. The success that comes will be undeniably divine. Those who mocked your silent season will be the same ones who marvel at your elevation. They will not be able to deny that something supernatural has occurred. You will have nothing to prove. Your life will be the evidence. Your silence will have spoken louder than anything, and your reward will be public, powerful, and permanent. This is your moment. You have not missed it. You have not ruined it. You have been obedient even when it hurt. And God rewards those who diligently seek Him, even in silence. So rise gently, wait humbly, trust deeply, for your silence is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of a miracle that will change everything.